Hello, this is Esther Lamyam, author of the book Love Under the Kola Nut Tree, What City Moms Didn't Tell You About Creating Fulfilling Relationships. What is Love Under the Kola Nut Tree all about? This book is about creating relationships to your heart's content. Creating fulfilling relationships with whoever you want to create the relationship with. It could be with your coworker, it could be with your partner, your spouse, your children, the people on your baseball team, your soccer team, your people in class, the people you meet in traffic or on the line at the grocery store. Because there are laws of nature that cannot be plea bargained, they cannot be manipulated, they cannot be looped hole. But these laws are not being taught today. How did I come by this? I'm an iridologist. An iridologist is somebody who sees your health by looking in your eye. And you can get more information about an iridologist on my website, estherlamyam.com. I'm also an herbal counselor and a coach. I'm also an IT specialist. And in the course of working with people, I realized that they were having relationship issues that was affecting their health. Their thoughts and their mind and the way they were communicating was affecting their health and propagating to other problems with other people, even though the other people did not know they had problems at home. So I wrote this book. It's really a self-help book. It is a book about using the laws of nature, using spiritual principles, using laws that cannot be manipulated. They cannot be plea bargained. They cannot be looped hole in any physical court of law. If you know these laws, if you use these tools, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be the president of a corporation, of a country. You could be the highest religious person. You could be a child. All these rules work in all dimensions, and we all have access to these rules. If the rain is falling and you are a pope or you are a king, if you don't have an umbrella, you will get soaked. You can't say, I'm a king, I'm not gonna get soaked, rain stop. No, there are laws of nature that cannot be plea bargained. What happens in this book is that for me to be able to tell this story, which is really a self-help book, I use spiritual principles, I use drama, I use mysticism, I use infidelity to bring to life a meditative book. What happens in the book is a very rich couple in Bethesda, Maryland, their son gets hit by a car. The 5-year-old boy gets hit by a car. At the hospital, the father discovers he's not really the biological father of the son, and he does not know it. The doctor is a Caucasian doctor. He was born to missionary parents in Africa. So he is already aware of all the laws of nature that are at play in life and in healing. So he's very curious to find out what happened in these relationships. When the man, James Walker, finds out the wife cheated, of course, all craziness breaks up at the hospital. But eventually they go for counseling, they go for therapy, and they meet their pastor. But the man really cannot still deal with it. And as he steps out to leave the wife, coincidentally, they had a rich in knowledge, in wisdom, African queen visiting, Maya Sophia. Maya then steps in. Maya was babysitting the little boy who got hit by the car. That's when she steps in and she said, do you need help? If you need my help, ask me. A lot of us today just give things to people they don't ask. Somebody tells you, I don't have gas, you give them money. Okay, it's nice to give them money. But if it's somebody that needs to ask you and they don't ask, there's a reason they are not asking. But if you allow them to ask, it affects them mentally and they're going to change their behavior and honor you more and honor their own gifts to be able to create the money to ask for that, to buy the gas themselves. So Maya starts teaching them the rules of nature. Some of the laws are in play when a man and a woman comes together. What happens during the relationship? What is the energy that gets created that bonds them together? What happens during sex? Why is sex such a big issue in our society today? What are the levels of sex? There are like 7 levels, but people don't know it. So they keep messing up. Why do kids have very good grades and all of a sudden, especially boys, their grade starts dropping when they get to a certain age and they cannot pull it back except with certain tools? What happens when kids come as children? Why do kids come into the world as children? And what is the responsibility and the cycle of life? She teaches them laws like cycles. Everything is a cycle. There are cycles in life. There are cycles in spirituality. There are cycles in the season. There are cycles in relationship. There are cycles in the woman's life and in the man's life too. But if you don't understand these cycles and tap into them, you cannot create, or you'll be tapping into them at off times, and it's like using brute force to do something that is already naturally yours. So she teaches them to recognize the cycles in life and in their relationships. Color. Why is there so much green? What does green stand for? And the red, and the different colors in plants. Why don't we use these tools? Squares, what do squares stand for, and the rectangle? The tools are already here, and what she does, she picks all these tools to teach them how to create fulfilling relationships. And as they try to use her tools, I mean, they have some devastating consequences, because it is like a rookie. You have to train, but the better you train, the better you get, and the more you become an expert, and then you can share their light onto other people and change the relationships around you. And that's what love under the Kola nut tree is really all about. It's about empowering yourself and then propagating that energy to the world around you and changing the world. We are all in this together. When somebody hurt somewhere, you also hurt. Your co-workers also hurt. And the way I did the book, the table of contents, even the subtitles in the table of contents, you can use that. Like you see, a crab does not know there are two kinds of water until it gets into hot water. So if you're doing a speech or you need a topic for discussion, you can use that. I use parables, I use fables to tell the story so that people can remember the storytelling technique that is used in the African village. And the stories are told, the lessons are given through all of that. And as the couples and their friends start practicing this, their lives change. So get the book. It's on Amazon.com. It's on my website. Tell other people about it. If you need somebody to come, you need me to come and discuss this book with you in your school, in your group, in your book group, your book club, on your job, or you need some tools, I'm also a speaker, and I would love to discuss and share with you some of the discoveries in this book. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.